Hi, I'm Susan Leahy from RobertsRulesMadeSimple.com, and welcome to this episode of Robert's Rules Revealed. To be sure you don't miss a single episode, subscribe to our YouTube channel now. Today, we're going to be talking with Ann Macfarlane from Jurassic Parliament, and her and I are going to be shedding some light on some very interesting customer questions.
All right, so today's question is dealing with what do I do as a member when I perceive the chair as being unfair? And this happens in meetings all across the country on a daily basis. And Ann, I'd love to get your perspective about how you counsel your clients about dealing with an unfair chair. What do you say?
Well, there are several different aspects to this, Susan, but the first and most immediate thing is the chair must realize that he or she is not the boss of the meeting, but is rather the servant of the group. So it's very important that the chair should be fair, and the members have a right to bring that to his attention if necessary.
Yeah, very important, and that's hard to do sometimes, bring that to the attention of the chair, but it's such an important point that we need to remind all chairs that they are the servants of the group. I appreciate that. And what else do you do when you're dealing with an unfair chair?
Well, the method that you can use when you're actually in the meeting, if it goes on, is to simply say, point of order. A point of order is a claim that a mistake has been made. And when you say that, the chair has to listen to you.
The chair has to listen to you. And this is what I love about Roberts, is that Roberts is not passive. It's not about the people in the assembly just sitting back and letting the meeting happen to them. They are an active, integral part. And so if something is not happening that's proper, they can stand up and they can say things like, point of order, and be immediately recognized so that they can be heard and they can get that meeting back on track and moving forward. Really great point. Wow.
Well, and I encourage people to use that third person, not to say you're not being fair, but to say the chair has not allowed this member to speak, and I have something I'd like to say.
Yeah, and I think that beyond then point of order, I think also when I'm in a meeting and I find that the chair is being unfair, I kind of have it be a red flag that maybe the chair is lacking some type of experience and they're overcompensating, so they're becoming kind of the big bully because they themselves might be feeling uncomfortable. And so I would encourage, if you're feeling like your chair is being unfair, instead of first getting mad at them, start really kind of doing some investigation and see your chair needs some training and some additional support so they can run their meetings well.
I think that's very important, Susan. There are many different ways that one can tackle these kind of problems, but obviously being as supportive and kind as one can be is very helpful.
Yeah. And I think that that's a big thing. You don't want your meetings to be adversarial. Your chair is not against you. Your chair, because sometimes don't you think that energy gets created in meetings where it's the chair against everyone else?
Sure, it starts to feel very personal, and we want to avoid that.
Yeah, and we really want to avoid that. And so if you're finding that your chair is being unfair, utilize tools like point of order that's inside of Roberts, or maybe think about going down the avenue of getting some training, because you're going to run into some unfair chairs in your life, but the goal is to figure out how to work with them and get them working with you so that you can have more productive meetings. Thanks so much, Ann.